Mark chapter 15 verse 21. A certain man from Cyrene, Simon, the father of Alexander and Rufus, was passing by his way in from the country, and they forced him to carry the cross. Now, everything in the Word has one purpose, and that purpose is to conjoin us with the Lord. And this strange incident appears in 3 of the 4 Gospels. Now, very little is known about Simon. Indeed, there is some doubt whether or not he actually came from Cyrene. And furthermore, no one really knows what became of him after this incident. And so what we get is literally a sentence or so about a very strange incident. And what's really important is that contained in this short extract, literally of a few words, really holds something incredibly significant for us as we look at joining the path towards regeneration. Now, Simon, if you translate from the Hebrew, means hearkening or listening. And this is very strange, because one thing he didn't do was listen to the Lord. Now, can you imagine Simon leaving the house, maybe on an errand, and he sees a crowd, and curiosity leads him away from the purpose of his errand to see what was happening. And maybe at spear point or sword point, one of the Romans forces him then to carry the cross. Just for those few minutes, Simon was as physically close to the Lord as anybody was ever going to get. And yet what happened? Once he'd helped to carry the cross, he returned back into the crowd. What became of him, no one knows. There's no further reference or mention of him in any of the Gospels. And yet, there is an enormous amount that we can learn from Simon. In Divine Providence, revealed to Emanuel Swedenborg, we see that any change whatsoever, begins on the inner. This isn't what happened in the case of Simon Cyrene. It was outer. He was forced to carry the Lord's cross. Given the choice, he would have said no. He was forced. And when he put the cross down, he went back into the crowd, back to where he came from. There was no inner transformation. Do you think he went back home and said to his wife that something extraordinary had happened, that he was now transformed, that he was no longer the Simon that left the house? Or do you think he would have gone back home and have cursed, sworn about the Romans and the way that they treated him, and maybe not even had made any reference to the Lord? To embark upon any spiritual path, we have to be absolutely clear about our motivations and our purpose and our strengths and our weaknesses. We should recognise the inner calling and move from that, and to respond to the call of the Lord and his invitation for salvation. And once we respond and carry the cross, the important thing of all is not to put anything down, and certainly not to go back into the crowd. And so contained in literally a handful of words is something very, very significant for us to walk the spiritual path. That we answer not an outer call, but inner call. And once answered, we stay on the path. We don't return back into the masses, back into the crowd.